Hey guys, the book I'll be reading today is a book that I've had for as long as I can remember. Before I started collecting Black children's books a few years ago, my mom had kind of started a collection of her own for me and my brothers. So this story was written by Maya Angelou. She partnered up with a photographer, and it's about a little girl named Tondi from Ndebele, South Africa. So they're sharing a little bit about their culture and a little bit about her pet chicken. So the title of this book is My Painted House, My Friendly Chicken, and Me. That's Tondi right there. My painted house, my friendly chicken, and me. This book has a little bit of wear and tear on it. Had this for a very long time. To all the children, for they are the hope of humankind. Now these are photos from Tondi's tribe in South Africa. In Ndebele, that's her village. Is the name of her village. Alright, let's get started. Hello, stranger friend. I am Tondi, an Ndebele girl in South Africa. I am 8 years old, and my best friend is a chicken. Who's your best friend? Clearly, hers is a chicken. And she loves her best friend, chicken. Her chicken best friend. You may laugh at that, but when I tell my friend secrets, she can talk all she wants, but no one can understand her. Except another chicken, of course. My chicken not only listens to my stories, she has other uses. If you play with her and take her mind off of what's going on, you can very quickly, snatch a feather or two when she is distracted. She doesn't notice, and the feathers will come in handy later, of course. I have two hopes. One is my name Tondi, which means hope in my language. So her name means hope. Tondi means hope. All children are hope for their families, and many Ndebele girls are named Hope. If you like, you can call yourself Hope too. In secret, of course. Especially if you're a boy, of course. So many girls in her village are named Hope. Tondi means hope. The other hope I have is that at the end of this book, I can say goodbye, friend, not goodbye, stranger friend. I don't know why, but Ndebele people do not call anything beautiful. They will say that the best thing is good. All Ndebele women paint their houses, and I want you to know, stranger friend, no one's house is as good as my mother's. She has started to teach me to paint good. Very good designs. So in her village, they paint their houses. Y'all see all these pretty designs? They don't say beautiful, they say good. But good basically means beautiful. So we can say that their houses are beautiful. When I am taller, I shall have a house, so good people will stop in front of my walls. I shall have a house so good, people will stop in front of my walls and smile, and even laugh out loud. You have to have strong eyes to paint good, and your hand must not shake like a leaf on a tree, for you must fill a chicken's feather with paint and draw a line as straight as a spear. You see how straight their lines are? There are so many shapes, like triangles and straight lines and curves. You have to have strong eyes that can concentrate. And what else did she say? Your hand must not shake, because if it shakes, your lines won't come out straight. You must have the pattern inside your head, even before you dip the feather into the paint. Y'all see that? Your hand must be steady to make the pattern sharp, and your legs must be strong because sometimes the walls are so high. My mother and her sisters sit by the fire in winter or in summer under shady trees, and they make good things with beads. They tell stories as they sort and string and sew. My mother lets me watch her, and very soon I shall be making the amapathoto. Let's hope I said that right. A beaded apron and the gabi from fringed loin gabi, the fringed loin flap. Okay, so the fringed loin flap, they make it out of beads. And they will be so good that when I dance, the stars will dance with me. So here's the flap. They have pictures. They made those out of beads. This is a part of their culture. Painting houses and making things with beads. My father built us small houses. There we go. And my mother painted them. We pretend that we can become small and go inside and have our meal. In my village, the children play with penny whistles. And bicycles. Y'all see that bike? Some are so shy, they try to lose themselves in their mother's blankets. Y'all see we have a little shy friend. He's hiding under their mother's blanket. And some just sit back deep inside themselves and look out at the world. When my friends and I go to school, we wear the uniforms Father bought in the town. So when it's time for school, they put on their uniforms. You see? They wear uniforms to school. But when we come home, we start jumping and laughing because we can take off those dry, dull clothes and put on our beads again and look very good. They're so happy in their beads and all of their colors. Sometimes I go to the city with my mother and sisters and aunts in a wagon pulled by 4 mules. The other women wear their best blankets and best neck rings and very good leg rings, of course. Y'all see her neck rings? This is how they look all dressed up. I am always happy to see the city people stare at my mother and relatives because the city folks have nothing so good as the Ndebele women. As the Ndebele women. Their houses are all one sad color, and the women I see have no beads at all. I feel sorry for them, and I give them a good smile. It must help because they laugh. I wonder, are little brothers in your village as mischievous as my little brother? There's her little brother. He wears a sun cap because he is supposed to tend to sheep. But he is so mischievous that sometimes I would like to give him away to someone far, far away. To a good person, of course. He tries to get into everybody's business and even wants to make a chicken his best friend. He will never succeed, mainly because you have to know how to speak to animals. My brother can't help shouting. And of course, the chicken runs away. He wants to be friends with the chicken too. But you have to speak gently when you're talking to animals. Now, about my very friend, the chicken. She runs from me only when she is on her own errands. But when she is free, I take her in my arms and I tell her that I can't tell you because you are not a chicken. I have enjoyed telling you about my village, my mother, and my squirmy brother. The beads and the painted houses and my good friend, the chicken. You may call me friend, and I would like to call you friend. If we ever meet, I will let you hold my chicken. She will keep your secrets safe. You know why, of course. The end.